Welcome to the Rheology App Pro. This Pro version of the Rheology app adds some useful extra features to the rheology functionalities of the standard version. These extra features are designed to further enhance the user experience and include unlimited entries to the material database, import and export material data, overlay multiple plots on the same graph, read data from text files for analysis, read data using a QR code or a data matrix image, and save them into text files. Let us first look at the enhanced database features in Rheology App Pro. Unlike the standard version, the Pro version allows us to store unlimited number of your own materials in the database, each with its own flow model. If you are in materials processing or in sales or marketing and deal with a large number of materials for their flow behavior, with Rheology App Pro, you can always carry all their rheology in your pocket and plot or calculate their flow behaviors on the fly. Another advanced feature in the Pro version is export and import of your material database. The export feature can be quite useful as it lets you keep backup copies of your database from which you can later import the material data back into the app. The first time you use export, it will create a Rheology app data folder in your device storage. Depending on the device, this folder will be created either in the internal storage or in the SD card. The exported database file will be created as a text file, where the data is stored in the format of comma-separated parameter equal to value pairs, each line for one material. You can also create this text file externally on a computer, transfer and save it within your mobile device in this folder, and then import it into the app. This way you can create a large material database with ease. Once created and exported as a text file, you can also share it with your colleagues who can import it into their app. To import, just press the Import button on the Manage Material Database submenu. Next, we look at the enhanced plot functionality of Rheology App Pro that lets us overlay multiple plots on the same graph. These overlay plots can be quite useful when we want to compare the flow behaviors of different materials or look at the same material to understand how its flow behavior is affected by different environmental conditions such as temperature or pressure. For example, we can overlay all our polymer 1 to polymer 4 grades and compare their viscosity curves at the same temperature. Or we can look at our pressure-sensitive injection molding resin grade and see how its viscosity is affected by injection pressure. Or we can see for our polystyrene how the change in its viscosity with temperature is affected by the shear rate. Another useful and convenient feature in Rheology App Pro is the use of text files for reading or saving data for analysis. If you have manually entered data for analysis, you can easily save them so that you can read it later again. For example, on the viscosity curve fitting screen, you can save the manually entered data by pressing the Save button. It will create a text file, data.viz.txt, in the Rheology App data folder. If you look inside this file, you can see that each line contains comma-separated shear rate and viscosity values. Of course, you can also import this data from outside. For example, you test results from your rheometer PC. Just make sure that they are in the format of comma or tab-separated shear rate and viscosity values, and you save them in a file named data.viz.txt inside the Rheology App data folder. For flow curves, the data is saved in a file named dataflow.txt as comma or tab separated shear rate and shear stress values. For temperature curves, the data is saved in a file named datatemp.txt as comma or tab separated temperature and viscosity values. For TTS viscosity, the data is saved in a file named data.tts.viz.txt as comma or tab separated temperature, shear rate, and viscosity values. For TTS stress relaxation, the data is saved in a file named data.tts.mod.txt as comma or tab separated temperature, time, and relaxation modulus values. Once you have saved your data as a text file or imported into your device from outside in the correct format, you can read them by simply pressing the File button on the data analysis screen. Next, we look at the 2D scan feature of Rheology App Pro. This unique feature is available in the rheological curve fitting and the TTS functions of the Pro version. Using this 2D scan, you can transfer your experimental data very quickly into your app for analysis. All you need to do is convert your data into a QR code or a data matrix code image by using one of the online QR code or data matrix code generators and press the 2D scan button, which uses your device camera to scan the image and read the decoded data into your app. That is all. Thank you for using Rheology App and Rheology App Pro. Hope you will find them useful. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to contact the developers.